Hey guys, it's Angela.
And Nate.
And welcome to another Vlogmas. For today's video, I decided it was time for Nate and I to have a little date night. So we are doing a sampling of 3 different Christmas cocktails. These are Pinterest cocktails, so we'll see how good they are. I will link the website down in the description of each one of these cocktails. So for the first cocktail that we are making, it is going to be a cranberry margarita, perfect for the holiday season. Nate is a big fan of margaritas. He gets them pretty much every time we go to a Mexican restaurant, right?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't been to a lot since we've been back, but I used to get a shot of Cazadores tequila that we have here, and a margarita. That would be my order to start. Sometimes a second margarita, depending on how long they took with the food.
Yeah.
Sometimes the first one would be gone before the food came out.
And while he was ordering margaritas and Cazadores, I was ordering chips and guac, or chips and queso.
Yeah.
But this is supposed to be an easy margarita, so it's literally just cranberry juice, your choice of a Blanco tequila.
Sounds like medicine.
Nate chose Cazadores, triple sec, and then suggestions were to garnish with cranberries, frozen or fresh, and to garnish the rim as well. So Nate also made a simple syrup to go on the rim of these glasses, which we probably should have done before we put these in them. Oops.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It does look cool. Okay. We're gonna salt and sugar these rims and then get into making this cocktail. So 4.5 ounces of cranberry juice, 1.5 ounce of Blanco tequila, 1 ounce of triple sec, half a lime. Good thing about limes. Fresh cranberry and rosemary sprigs for garnish, which we didn't do the rosemary, but that's fine. So I'm actually not a huge fan of cranberry juice, I think. So we'll see how this goes.
Okay, 4 ounces of cranberry juice.
1.5 ounce of Blanco tequila.
Oh, that smells so good.
You want a shot of that? And then 1 ounce of triple sec, and then let me grab lime.
Doesn't really scream margarita to me. I mean, yeah, you have tequila and lime in it.
These are Pinterest cocktails, not
Yeah.
like mixology.
Yeah, I can't imagine a mixologist would approve of the categorization of this. I'm not the authority on what is or isn't a margarita. Oh, how about cranberry fact time while you're looking up a drinking game?
Okay.
So, they flood the cranberry fields because cranberries float, right? And that's how they harvest them.
Okay.
It's like, you get the commercial with them and they're like waders, and it's just a lake of cranberries. So, what a lot of people don't know is that cranberries are a favorite of pests, insect pests. So in an ecological effort to keep the insects off of the cranberries and out of the cranberry fields, they flood them with wolf spiders. Wolf spiders don't very much like water.
So they die?
No. Well, I'm sure some of them do. But they run to the highest thing in the cranberry field to escape the water, which is the people harvesting cranberries.
Ew, ew. That just gave me the heebie-jeebies. How'd you know about this?
I actually just learned this a couple weeks ago. I want to say it was a Reddit thread.
sounds accurate.
And everything on Reddit's the truth, in fact.
Oh, okay.
So, probably true.
I don't like any of these.
But wolf spiders actually don't really dislike humans, so
Yeah.
they just are big, furry spiders crawling around on you.
Okay. All right, so we're doing it together.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's not much.
Yeah, there's like not any cranberry taste to it, really.
Like it's just generically fruity.
Yeah.
Like almost like a watery fruit punch, like a fruit punch flavored water.
I'm not that impressed.
It's like a zesty LaCroix.
Yeah. Your sugar and salt rim is fantastic.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good ratio.
Yeah.
Like it is salty, but also a little sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost would say like it needs a little bit more cranberry juice. But I don't even know if that would help it really. Because there's just like so much lime and
I also, for the
tequila.
triple sec, smelling like orange medicine, like the orange flavored medicine.
I'm not getting any of it.
I'm not getting any orange.
I'm literally just getting like salt, lime, and tequila. Which, like, if that's the case, just give me a shot of tequila and a lime wedge.
Yeah, I mean, this is almost like watered down tequila.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's not bad. It's just not much. And I do prefer stronger tasting drinks.
Yeah. If you have stuff to make it, fine. Like, you know, if you don't have like margarita mix, but you have a thing of cranberry juice.
I'd skip this.
But honestly, like if you're trying to impress, having guests over or anything like that, this ain't it. You're drinking it pretty fast because you want to get it over with.
I mean, it's just water. It goes down easy. Like it's refreshing, I guess. In the same way that like some light, juicy drink would be in on a hot day.
Yeah.
You know, an iced drink. I'm mostly going back for the rim.
And the tequila because of Cazadores.
I mean, yeah, I like tequila. I like margaritas, so this has some redeeming factors. I mean, it's also Saturday night at 8:39 p.m., so I'm used to drinking alcohol at this hour. My body's actually like, you're behind.
These aren't good.
No.
Are you not supposed to eat them like this?
I don't know. I don't do cranberries.
Oops.
That was terrible. It was like the biggest sink we've ever had, and you missed.
Sorry. I'll have to get that later.
You missed like a lot.
I'll have to get that later. Yeah, that wasn't...
Do you get any burn from the tequila at all?
Not a bad burn. Like, it's still alcohol and
Like
it's still...
a warm alcohol
Yeah.
feeling? I never know because like I have to have 120 proof rum to feel an alcohol burn nowadays.
I know.
Or be drinking it straight.
Yeah, you can finish mine. I'm not impressed.
But it's not bad. It's just not anything.
I'm not a huge tequila fan anyways, especially tequila in cocktails. If I'm gonna have tequila, I'm gonna do a shot of tequila with salt and lime. I also, can we talk about how when I took my first sip of it, I instantly had a flashback to South Korea one night. It was a girls' night. I had a lovely friend who was basically your tequila buddy. She would drink. You guys would have tequila shots together.
I'm gonna say M or C? M? M.
Last time I had basically the last time I had tequila was girls' night.
Yeah.
When I got shit-faced, guys. It was not a pleasant evening. It was a great evening with friends. After the friends left was not a pleasant evening. I cried, I broke a glass, I had fluids coming out of me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was less than graceful.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, my homemade simple syrup, I think it's pretty good. Probably should have let it come down to room temp a bit more, because I think it ran down your glass and now it's all sticky.
Alright, so we did put a little bit of a poll out on social media, and people asked a couple questions. The first question was, how did you and I meet? I mean, short answer is we met in high school, specifically choir class.
Yeah, I think the biggest point was we actually knew each other. I would say acquaintances for
2 years? Your junior and senior year?
Yeah,
and
2 years.
Sophomore year.
2 years,
So-
and then didn't see each other for like, what, a year?
Not even. So we were in band, choir, and which choir was in singers, like an elite choir.
I was gonna say, we were both in choir and show choir, right?
Yes. And we also did musicals and plays. So we were like,
And a lot of extracurriculars together.
yeah.
So it wasn't just like, oh, we had English class together.
Yeah.
We actually wouldn't have. We were 2 grades apart.
Yeah.
So the only way we would have interacted is through the types of classes where many grades participate, like the musical classes, like band and choir, and then the extracurriculars, being the show, the musicals, and the plays.
You graduated.
I did. I graduated.
And was in the military. I actually switched high schools.
Well, in the military.
Yeah, he was waiting to go to basic. Got appendicitis. It was.
I went and hang out with reserve buddies once a month.
Yeah, but
I paid my Verizon bill.
the reserves and the active duty recruiters had him, as well as them, come to my now new high school as like a promotion, join the military.
Recruiting event.
Yeah, but it was at my homecoming football game.
We landed a helicopter on the practice field.
Yeah.
Hooah!
And you recognized my sister, and then asked if there was Maddox in the band, and we reacquainted with each other. Basically have been inseparable since then, unless the military was separating us. So, good job, babe.
Yeah, I mean, we traded numbers that night and stayed up late that night talking to each other, and many nights following.
Yep. And then you asked me out on a date, which leads into the next question: was what was our first date?
Which leads into our next cocktail.
Okay.
I want to go wash my hands because they're covered in simple syrup.
All right, so this next cocktail, I'm actually looking a little more excited to this one anyways, because this is an apple cider Moscow Mule. So the ingredients are really simple: ice, caramel apple, vodka, apple cider, and ginger beer. And then apple slices or cinnamon sticks for garnish, which we have, if I can reach those apples.
Angela will not be using a cinnamon stick
And why is that?
because she is allergic to cinnamon.
I am allergic to cinnamon, so
This probably wouldn't do a whole lot of damage, but there's no point in having it.
yeah. All right, so this is going to be 1.5 ounces of caramel vodka, 3 ounces of, I'm impatient,
We're going, I think this is 2 ounces. I think it's a 1 ounce side and a 2 ounce side. So we're going a little heavy on the vodka.
Of course you are. 3 ounces of apple cider. I love apple cider, especially good apple cider. Where is it from?
Columbiana, Ohio.
Oh, it's a local.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's why I was looking to see if it was local cider. Or some cider grown out in like California or something. How many? 3
3.
ounces?
Yep. So, are you guys the kind of cocktail drinkers that you measure everything, like on a regular basis? Do you measure everything, or do you just kind of measure with your heart and just pour everything in the glass and hope for the best? Pretty much. It's like, that's good.
And then how much of this?
And then it says to pour in vodka and apple cider, top with ginger beer.
Top with it, okay. I figure, I was like, I would top with it, but I'll follow the recipe.
Yeah. And then we can do some apple. You know you're a mom when you hear the word apple now and you go, apple and bananas.
I think I do that more than any of her like shows.
Yeah, I know.
Apples and bananas.
Yeah. Okay. Nate has a lovely little cinnamon stick garnish.
We also didn't go out and buy mule cups for this. Anyone that knows us well enough, we went through a mule phase.
Yeah,
where we made mules. I made mules quite often. And actually, I introduced mules
To a lot of your friends.
to, especially in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them had not had mules yet. We actually have eight total. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
They're not like the highest quality, but they're fine. If you don't know what a mule is, it's traditionally served in a copper mug, this is a copper lined mug. It's actually not even copper on the inside. I think it's stainless steel covered in copper. A lot of ice, and then you get a Moscow mule. Typically its name refers to the origin of the liquor used in it. So you have a Moscow mule, you have vodka. You have a Jamaican mule, you have rum. Oh gosh, I know there's one with gin, I don't know what it's called. Probably like a Manhattan mule or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
There's one with whiskey, Kentucky mule probably. Whiskey's not from there.
Yeah.
Irish mule maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know, we drink Moscow mules, and I've done a couple with
Rum as well.
rum, Jamaican mules, just because I typically have rum handy.
And if you guys have the copper mule cups, they're great for like all cocktails because I really enjoy drinking out of them. I'm very much into drinkware, hence why we have a bar cabinet now. If you didn't check out that video, you really should, because it's right before this one, and I'll link it up in the description, or link it down in the description and up in the cards.
It really does change it because
Having
would
the
you
proper
rather
drinkware.
would you rather drink Coke out of a plastic cup or a glass cup?
Yeah.
Like everybody would rather drink Coke out of glass because it tastes better. It probably tastes the same, but
Yeah.
like the mouthfeel and like everything, like drinking Coke out of, like taking the lid off of a plastic or like a paper McDonald's cup and drinking Coke, totally different, totally worse than having a glass of Coke.
Yeah.
So this is being like stainless steel and copper, even more different. I think it keeps it colder. I don't know. There were like articles back in the days like, does copper keep it colder than glass or something?
I don't know, but it is more like, I think it has a refreshing taste to it.
Yeah.
Like it just tastes better. One of my favorite cocktails to make is with lemonade, a black cherry Mio and then vodka and lime, and I make it in this because it drinks so nicely out of it. So, all right, cheers. Okay.
It's a little like apple pie in a cup, basically.
Yeah. How is it with the cinnamon?
I do taste it. I think I taste the cinnamon.
Taste it without the cinnamon.
You know what? I think I'm tasting the caramel. Largely the same. I think I'm
okay.
I think I get a little bit more of the cinnamon like tinge, tingle.
Yeah.
Than actual flavor.
But this would be, I would totally make this for people. This is delicious. Like, I think it's smooth. It's not, like, no alcohol taste, really.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, I almost want it to be warm, but then, like, I don't know how you do a warm ginger beer.
Yeah, you'd lose the carbonation.
Yeah, you could do it without carbonation. I think you could just do hot cider with caramel vodka.
Yeah, probably.
And still be really good. But for it to be a mule, that's the other thing about mules. It's like ginger beer.
Yeah.
Which also gives it a little bit of sting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, and you got the extra fresh ginger for more bite. It's extra.
Oh, see, the box, you know, it's a 4-pack. It comes like a 6-pack of beer, but it's a 4-pack. It said extra, but it didn't say what that meant.
Yeah.
100% more ginger than original. They didn't have original. I would have went for original.
I think this is perfect.
So yeah, between the ginger, and you know what? That's probably the like little bit of burn tingle I'm getting is probably actually the extra ginger in there.
This tastes like the apple empanadas from Taco Bell. Like that filling on the inside.
Apple pie filling, yeah.
Yeah.
But like good.
Yeah.
This is smooth, I will say that.
This is very smooth.
The caramel, I feel like it's like the sensation of tasting caramel makes you think smooth in this.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost has like a creamy, thick mouthfeel, even though I know it's not.
Yeah.
But because I'm tasting caramel, I'm thinking thick and creamy.
I mean, I'm drinking it pretty quickly.
Yeah, way better than the previous one.
Oh yeah, this is really good. So winner for this, if we had to compare the two, this is definitely make this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And if you just have a regular cup, you know, a rocks glass or something, any sort of glass, I wouldn't. I mean, if you're drinking out of plastic, I've been there too, but. Yeah, definitely don't not make this because you don't have a copper mug, but definitely it's part of the experience if you want to do it to the max.
Yeah.
And they've lasted us.
So somebody asked us, how are we liking our new jobs? We both have gotten new jobs in the past year.
The past 6 months.
Yeah. Yep, mine's 6 months, right around that point now.
Yeah, you're closer to 6 months than I am.
Yeah. So I'm dealing with customers who aren't very happy. So hearing a lot of negativity all day, definitely. There's days when I get off the phone and I'm like, I need a cocktail.
It's mentally draining.
Yeah.
I've been there. She knows that.
It's exhausting. But the company itself is, you know, great. I don't really have anything negative to say about the company. And I really enjoy, like really enjoy, and I'm grateful that I'm able to work from home, especially because of Anna Lee. And especially because you're not working from home.
Yeah.
So, you know, we are saving on childcare. I'm able to take breaks. I'm able to, you know, tend to her.
Well, and like this time of year, you don't even have to take a break. You can get 20-30 minutes between calls that you can come
sit with her,
tend to her,
play with her. So that's where I'm at with my job. I'm enjoying the company and the work from home aspect, not so much the mentally draining aspect of dealing with angered customers.
I would say pros for you too, though, and we might take it for granted now because the past few years, like, she hasn't even had to work. I was active duty, so for the most part I was day shift, Monday through Friday, but there were a time in our lives where most weekends we worked, at least one of us would work. We worked a lot of evenings. Now you're on day shift Monday through Friday. You work 8 to 4:30.
We get off within 15 minutes of each other. Well, by the time he commutes back home. Like
I'm getting home around 4:20, 4:30. She's getting off at 4:45. Unless she has some old man yelling at her until 5. But I definitely think that you being on day shift, working from home, making decent money. Is it the most money you've ever made?
No.
It's close.
So hourly, it's equivalent to what I was making at one of the bridal stores, but that bridal store I also got commission.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you probably traded some stress for some wages there.
Yeah.
I'm liking my new job. Working with the Air Force, which is nice. Working with computers, and I was tepid at best to make a hobby into a career, because then you start to not enjoy your hobby, is kind of what people think. I don't think that's the case with me yet.
Yeah, I think that there's so many different avenues for technology that your hobby side of technology doesn't necessarily correlate to your job side of technology. And so because you have that difference and that break, it's why you're still enjoying your hobby aspect of it.
Yeah. The pros for mine are definitely the salary. I'm 7:30 to 4 every day, Monday through Friday. Very steady schedule. Not a whole lot of craziness. I enjoy the people I work with enough. It's close. I have a commute, but it's only about 18 minutes. Considering the last 3 years, my commute was about an hour through terrible traffic.
South Korea.
But it's usually about
city traffic,
like 45 minutes there at 5:30 a.m. and then leaving there at 5 and getting home at like 6:15.
It was pretty
It was a terrible freaking day. 5 days a week. So this is a big improvement on that. I'd say the biggest con right now is it's not super challenging.
It doesn't challenge you as an individual.
It's a lot of routine things. It's IT, so like a lot of the problems are fixed by turning it off and on again. I get it. It's a joke, but it's a joke. Like humor is funny. A lot of jokes are funny because they're based in reality, and that's that. It is.
It's funny when I'm having IT issues, and instead of like creating an IT ticket and sending it to the company, because he knows my specific computer setup, I'll be like, babe, it's doing this, and he'll be like, do this, and it's fixed in less minutes than it would take for me to submit a ticket. So that's one of the pros for me about your job. But I think you'd be able to do that regardless.
One of the pros. Otherwise, fixing your multi-$100 Instant Pot that I cooked dinner in for $30.
Guys, I'm so excited and so happy. So our Instant Pot kind of blew while we were in South Korea, and like the fuse blew. And I was like, I'm not gonna throw it away. I'm gonna try and see if we can get it fixed, whether it's through a warranty thing with Instant Pot or replacing a part. And finally I just was like, can you attempt to fix it? Because what's the worst that's gonna happen? We waste maybe $30 on this part. It's already broke. He's not gonna break it even more. And guys, he fixed it, and we used it today to make wings, and it was perfect.
And they're actual parts. They're Instant Pot parts, not like some aftermarket stuff. So it should last as long as any other, probably longer at this. Well,
as long as we don't plug it back into a 220.
Well, it wasn't plugged into the 220 volt outlet. It was plugged into a very cheap, sketchy transformer that was plugged into probably an also cheap and sketchy outlet.
Yeah. So, but he fixed it, and I'm so excited. So let me know if there's any recipes you guys want me to attempt or try or share on YouTube, because I'm all about that. Love my Instant Pot.
So it's an Instant Pot Duo Crisp and air fryer.
Yeah.
So if it's an air fryer recipe, we can do those as well.
Yeah.
That's I pressure cooked frozen chicken wings and then put them on the air fryer. They didn't get as crispy as I wanted them to, but they were pretty good wings.
Yeah, they were good. So, by the way, thank you so much for fixing that. I really appreciate it.
$30 rather than replacing, what was that, like $160, $180?
That was like a $220.
$220?
Yeah.
I know we had gotten it on sale.
We got it on sale, and I think now it hovers around $190 because it's a couple years old, but
$30 on eBay.
Yeah.
And now I got quoted to fix a broken phone I have. I got quoted $87, and I ordered a $17 part on eBay that should fix the phone, I hope. So, yeah, repair your stuff. You know, it's good for the environment. It's good for you. You learn, and it's good on your bank account too.
Yeah. Well, and an older generation would be like, we didn't just go out and buy new. We had to fix our stuff.
I fixed my Model T.
Yeah.
Well, now I have it.
Anyways.
Yeah, these are good. Definitely way better than the other one.
So another question was, how was the transition in our relationship from marriage to now parenthood? They didn't like really say anything other than how was the transition, so we can kind of spin that however we want.
I would say we were pretty fortunate and had a lot of things fall into place that made it less stressful than for a lot of people. And what I'm referring to is I was in the military. After they had increased paternity leave. So I had 21.
You were given 21 days.
21 days
I think
of.
it was 7.
Yeah, 21 days of paid time off. Now, unfortunately, that counts weekend days, even though I wouldn't have been working that anyway, but military. But I was also saving up leave, so I took an extra 25-ish days of paid time off on top of that, so I had almost 2 months off. And then because she was born October 1st, by the time that ended, we were going into the holidays in Korea where we had a bunch of 4-day and 3-day weekends anyway.
And then...
And training is low, so you get sent home early a lot anyway.
And then COVID was still happening.
Yeah, COVID, so I was working from home a lot.
We were on lockdown at one point. Well, you were.
And then on top of all of that, we had an amazing support group over in Korea with all of our friends.
In those early months, we had for sure.
We had friends, and I had leadership that had, children, toddlers of their own who gave us their baby stuff, toys, equipment, you know, the military has a lot of programs to help families in need.
Yeah.
And
the
then
USO
a lot
had baby showers.
And yeah, so between the programs and then a lot of those people that benefit from those programs pay it forward. Mm-hmm. And so like you went to ask the thrift store on base if they had those breast pumps that you wanted.
Yeah.
And the lady's like, the store doesn't have any, but I have one and I'm 100% done with having kids.
So I got it.
So you can have it. And we're like, okay, how much? Like, that's a $200 breast pump? And she's like, no, you can just have it.
Yeah.
And it was in like new condition probably.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's literally lasted the entire time you pumped.
She also gave me a ton of those bags as well.
Yeah, not only the pump, but the breast milk bags.
Yeah.
And we got 2 breast pumps, 2 car seats.
2 car seats. 2 strollers.
2 strollers. And a bunch of other stuff. That's like the big ticket items, but a bunch of other stuff at no cost.
Yeah.
We didn't pay for the baby bath. We had more baby soap. We're still using the baby soap. We have not yet bought any sort of like bath soap for her.
We are still using the baby soap that was purchased for us from the 2 baby showers that were thrown for us.
We bought in the first like say 4 months, we bought 2 packages of diapers.
Yes. And it was only when she was transitioning from one size to the next, and we were like, she's not quite into that next size that we have a ton of, so we need like 1 more package of diapers for this size.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we had to buy a couple packages of 1s before we got to 2s, and then we had so many 2s.
Yeah, we had so many 2s. We did have to buy a lot of 3s, but that was after we had already moved back to the States.
Yeah.
But that's because she was in 3s for
a while.
6 months.
Yeah.
But, you know, and then like there was a great support group for if you wanted a cloth diaper. So I've learned a lot about cloth diapering. We're not currently cloth diapering. We have cloth diapered throughout her infancy. The only reason why we're not cloth diapering at the moment is because her tummy's like still adjusting to no longer getting breast milk. But yeah, so
you got me off track.
I know.
We're supposed to be talking about how we transitioned.
Yeah.
And you like tangented off.
So reverting back to the question was how
did we transition
from marriage life to now parenthood?
Yeah, I would say initially very easy.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
So
only positive changes, you know, getting more loving and just having that bonding over. And it helped that the baby was just the cutest, and everybody told us how cute she was, and you know, bonding over us creating such a beautiful little baby.
I think it helps so much that we were together and we were married and enjoyed marriage life and learned and grew so much together before having a child together. And I understand that like that's not everybody's journey, but for us being able to do that, it made us so...
I'll never take it for granted.
Yeah.
Like I don't regret waiting to have a kid till I was 30-ish.
Because I was so comfortable in our relationship and in our marriage. You know, there were days that I struggled transitioning into parenthood personally, and having that partner and that foundation in our marriage for me to be able to come and talk to you openly and honestly, like that's something I'll never take for granted, is like being able to have those conversations with you and for you to be so supportive. If you guys haven't watched my birth story video, you guys should. I do talk about just like even in the first 48 hours. I've
never been so sleepy in my life.
He was absolutely amazing.
And tired.
I know.
Very tired.
I know, I'm sorry, baby. But you did an amazing job. And you continue to do an amazing job every day. We love you for it. But yeah, I think the transition from our single married life, single as in like just us, no parent or no child, for us was easy. I will say some of our friends have kind of struggled with, we have a child now. Like we have to think about what we're bringing, what we're taking, what time things are happening. Is somebody watching our kid, or are we bringing her with us to an event? Like those type of things. You know, they don't have kids yet, so they don't know that experience. So that's been a little interesting to kind of work around. So unbeknownst to us, we saved the hardest for last.
Yeah, but usually with cocktails, usually the harder, the more delicious.
This is true. It's calling for us to make this in a pitcher. So that is what we're going to do, which...
We about to get drunk?
I'm assuming that means it's a good thing we're making this last, because we're going to have to drink quite a bit of this. So, this is called a white Christmas mojito. And...
Why's it gotta be white?
Because of the coconut milk. And a white Christmas. Alright, so for this one, you're going to need sparkling water, a white rum. Nate chose Bacardi. He was in charge of choosing the alcohol. I just told him what we needed.
It's been good so far.
Yes. Coconut rum, so he once again got Bacardi. And then you're going to need canned coconut milk. We got sweetened condensed coconut milk.
This was the only one that wasn't organic. I think this might also be organic. Dairy and soy free and vegan.
That doesn't mean anything. I mean, it's coconut milk, that's why it's those.
And I actually avoid organic stuff because that just tells me that manufacturer they're bullshit.
Yeah, if you actually read like the rules and regulations, there are no rules and regulations for what's labeled as organic. So, pomegranate. We were actually looking for like an actual pomegranate. Couldn't find any, so we just did a little sample size of the pomegranate innings. What are they called?
Of what?
What are these called?
Aren't they the seeds?
Arrows?
Arrows?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't eat healthy things.
Anyways.
This is from Thailand though.
Oh, it's probably going to be pretty good then.
The Central Islamic Council of Thailand. So, cool.
Okay. And then mint leaves, and I think it was also lime juice. Sorry, let me pull this back up. Lime juice, mint leaves, sugar, white rum, coconut rum, canned coconut milk, sparkling water, and pomegranate. So, and sugar. Why isn't... Oh no, sugar was on there. Okay.
Okay, so first, you're going to have to read me through this.
In a large pitcher, muddle the mint leaves in sugar and lime juice.
Okay.
So it was half a cup of sugar and 3/4 cup of lime juice.
Jeez.
Yeah.
A lot of lime juice.
Mm-hmm.
How much is this about to make?
Yeah.
I might be showing up to work hungover on Monday, man.
It's Saturday.
Yeah, I can't drink it all tonight. Drink this stuff tomorrow night too. Dude, I always feel bad ordering mojitos at a bar because, like, I mean, their leaves are usually plucked, but to like muddle mint, don't order a mojito in a busy bar, guys. Find a less busy bar, or
like dinner. Tip
them a lot and on the spot. Don't like wait. You know, if you have a tab open, you're probably gonna get pretty bad service unless you tip them a lot right away. so they know that making a mojito is at least worth their time, because it's like, it takes a minute.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think this will be good enough.
Quick question. What TV shows are we watching?
Nothing right now.
I am watching a lot of YouTube content because it's Vlogmas, so everyone I kind of follow is posting Vlogmas stuff. I'm also re-watching One Tree Hill, Guilty Pleasure.
Yeah, I saw you watching some like standard definition thing the other day.
Yeah.
CW bullshit.
Yep.
Love triangles every other episode.
Whatever.
I don't like TV. I pretty much I need to watch Wednesday.
Yeah, everyone keeps telling us to watch Wednesday.
I watched like half of the first episode. I did like it. I like the Addams Family. I've watched the old stuff too. I'm super into like the horror stuff, super into the creepy, weird shows. But for the most part, I typically am just watching whatever TV show the MCU comes out with right now, and the occasional like gem that will come out on like Disney Plus or Hulu or Netflix. I should watch. I really like the. I'm gonna get this wrong. His Dark Instruments series. They have the Golden Compass TV series, but I think that's on HBO, and we don't have HBO right now.
Yeah. If you guys have recommendations though for us, we have Amazon Prime, Hulu, Disney Plus, Netflix.
We have access to Netflix.
Yeah. So yeah. It says use a strainer to remove the muddled mint leaves, optional.
Yeah, nope, not doing that.
Add the white rum, coconut rum, canned coconut milk to the pitcher and stir vigorously until all ingredients are combined well. So
Both rums, so how much rum?
half a cup each.
Jesus.
We should have like made this for a group. But now we know. It's probably because of the fact that it takes a minute to muddle the leaves and why they like did it in a pitcher.
You can muddle leaves in a glass. You don't need a pitcher. But I'm not disappointed that the recipe that I'm making in a pitcher is the rum recipe.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, I'm the rum guy.
Okay, so there's a question. What if somebody had like $20 to $30 and they just needed a good rum? What would you recommend from your repertoire?
I would ask them kind of what cocktail they're looking at making. If they're making a cocktail or if they're trying to drink it straight.
Okay.
But
fair point.
Yeah, with limited knowledge of just, hey, I want to get into rum. Where do I start? I would definitely point them towards an Appleton Estate signature blend. Nope. So rum. I would tell someone to avoid spiced rum. Spiced rum is spiced to cover up imperfections and cut corners in the distilling process. You have white rum and the brown rum. So yeah, like Appleton Estate is a good place. Diplomatico is a good brand. Appleton Estate makes a really good rum and coke. If you're making cocktails with it, I would start with white rum, like this, right? Both of these are clear. A better sipping rum if you're going to be doing shots of rum, or yeah, if you're drinking it neat, I would go for the darker rums. Not dark rum per se, just darker, because then you get into something like Kraken rum. Not my favorite. That is very spiced rum.
You've had it.
Yeah, I've had Kraken. It has its place. But yeah, that's like chewing on a cinnamon stick to me. Appleton Estate is a really good place to start because of like the price to quality is really awesome. Diplomatico is right in that price range as well. And Bacardi's really good. Like, if you don't want to go around town worrying about trying to find anything, you just want to be sure that it's going to be where, you know, wherever you go is going to have what you are looking for. Bacardi is actually good.
Alright, they're pretty.
Yeah, this is the prettiest one. The first one was like moderately good looking and moderately tasting. The second one didn't look like much but tasted good. And then this one looks really good, so excited to see how it tastes.
Oh, this feels bomb.
I picked the order of these, so if I did it like literally worst to best, skills, not luck.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas, baby.
Merry Christmas.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's really good.
That'll be an easy pitcher to finish tonight.
Oh my god, that is, yeah.
Minty, a little bit creamy.
So if you want an easy cocktail, do the caramel vodka and apple cider Moscow Mule. If you want to put in an effort, show off a little bit, got like a good cute dinner party or something, this is it. Like, I want this for New Year's Eve. This is good. And I'm not a huge coconut fan.
And none of these alone were that expensive. Because Bacardi's actually not expensive for being like the name brand of rum.
Yeah.
I think cheapest was the Mule. This is either a treat yourself moment or a show off with friends having a special event.
Yeah.
This isn't like a it's Wednesday, I had a rough day at work cocktail.
No.
Unless you're like the CEO of Ford. So for the person who doesn't drink a lot of cocktails, which one would you recommend?
Honestly, either of these two. The Mule or the Mojito here. It just depends on the flavor profile you want.
Yeah.
Cause like if you don't like coconut and you don't like mint, then yeah, you're gonna want to do the Mule.
Yeah, if you don't like mint, mojitos aren't for you.
No.
This is a lot of mint.
Yeah. It's really good though.
How about this? Between our two favorites, we're basically forgetting about that first one. What meals would you pair with them?
Ooh, that's a good idea. I would venture to say like a roast or a pot pie with the cider, with the Mule. Just because it was caramel and it was apple, it gave a more hearty fall vibe to it, and that just makes me think of like a roast or like that kind of.
I would agree and say a pork roast.
Pork roast would be
like
really
definitely
good.
pork. Pair the apple Mule with pork.
Oh yeah, that would be really good, guys.
Or a good pork chop.
Oh yeah, I can see
Have a like fall seasonal squash, butternut squash side with it too.
that. Yeah.
some like semi-sweet root vegetable with them.
Or even like a sweet potato would work too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really good. You're gonna make me hungry again. For this one, I would go one of two ways. I would either go a little bit lighter, like a really good salad, like chicken salad with a lighter dressing sort of thing. Like my favorite salad is a panko breaded chicken breast with arugula, raspberry vinaigrette, goat cheese, and croutons, like that sort of vibe. Or I could see this with a good steak, but a lighter side option with it.
I'm thinking with the mint,
Yeah.
some lamb.
Damn.
That would be good paired with some medium rare
That
lamb
would
meat.
be so good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, I think I know what we're doing for Christmas now. We're going to do that lamb with this cocktail. This is really freaking good, guys. One last final question is, what in the new year are we either like looking forward to or wanting to do?
For me, career progression. This is like the first time I've actually kind of felt like I had a path in a career, and really the first time I even felt like I had a career. You know, I was always just looking for the next opportunity for monetary gain.
Yeah.
And like obviously any career move I make, money is always a big factor. This is definitely like something, there's a lot of branching paths I could take. And part of that is just what education I seek and what opportunities I seek. And this career is very unique in just how many different paths you can take. I still have some certificate vouchers through the school that I have to use. There's a lot of online learning that I can utilize, and veterans benefits that I can still utilize, and I have a network that's growing. It's growing beyond just myself at this point. I'm finding it difficult to keep up with my own LinkedIn and how many people are connecting with me now, rather than me reaching out and seeking other professionals in my industry and recruiters in my industry.
Heading into the new year, I'm definitely looking forward to growing the YouTube channel. I feel like a fire has been like reignited with doing this Vlogmas. I kind of lost a little bit of my passions adapting to motherhood, and I feel like I'm getting a little bit more handle on that type of feeling, and you know, getting back into the groove of things, which I am enjoying. What I'm really hoping we can do is some travel this coming year. There's a couple of people I'd like to go see, and not just see them, but also see the area and do activities in those areas. I'm hoping we can maybe do one abroad trip. I don't know where exactly that may entail, but yeah, so I definitely want to do some traveling and hoping we can do that, and looking forward to seeing where I can take this channel and like how we can grow and stuff like that. So, and of course always just spending every moment I can with Annalie.
Oh, you don't have much choice.
No, I don't. I really don't. She is, at the moment, through and through a mommy's girl. Something's wrong, mommy. Got a diaper, poopy butt, she comes running, mommy. Needs more milk, brings me a milk bottle. It's all me. Daddy does bath.
And bed.
And bed. And you do an amazing job. When you do an amazing job at everything when she lets you do it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing is, she doesn't always let him do it. So, but that is it for today's video, guys. And thank you, babe, for hanging out, for having a little date night with us. So if you haven't checked out the other Vlogmas, I will link the playlist up here in a card right now. There are plenty of other videos to go check out. And we will see you probably tomorrow in another Vlogmas video. Mwah. Bye.